A family who lost their 15-year-old daughter to suicide has made an emotional plea to Parliament for an urgent inquiry into the country's mental health crisis. They delivered a 30,000 signature petition on the steps of the Beehive today as part of World Mental Health Day. Our reporter Charlie Drever talked to them and filed this report.
A mother stricken with grief made up the dozens who attended today's presentation of a petition seeking change for those suffering from mental illness. Hannah Reedy lost her teenage daughter Ariana 2 months ago. Ariana committed suicide after multiple attempts, and Mrs. Reedy says the system repeatedly failed them.
My 7-year-old son saw the first time my daughter tried to kill herself. We got no help from mental health, SIFs, DHB, nothing.
Mrs. Reedy believes her daughter's age also played a role in her lack of care, saying she slipped between the cracks.
There was nothing for my daughter, who was underage. They couldn't put us into the mental unit because she was too young. So where else are they going to put her?
Green Party leader James Shaw received the petition from Hannah Reedy and her husband Api Nasidra. Labour leader Jacinda Ardern also attended, along with other Green Party MPs, the Yes We Can coalition, as well as those with their own personal experiences in dealing with mental illness. A spokesperson for UCAN, which is part of the Yes We Can coalition, Debbie Leyland, believes tragic stories like Ariana's will become increasingly common. She says a radical new approach is needed urgently.
Young people, especially now with all the cyberbullying and everything, need our help. I think it's a good idea having a nurse or a social worker in each school. There's so much pressure on our young people and there's very little hope for their future.
The National Secretary of the Public Service Association, Erin Palachuk, says members are telling them a squeeze on funding is putting increasing strain on those in the mental health sector.
Those pressures mean that they can't deliver to members of the public, members of the community, the types of services that they wish they could. They're afraid that people are falling through the gaps. They're afraid in some cases that people have been turned away at the door who ought to be having care.
Hastings mother Hannah Reedy hopes no other parent will have to endure her loss, although she has heard many stories similar to her own.
It's horrible, and I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I still have a problem when I go up and see her. I start saying sorry and things. So, yeah, it's not a good feeling to bury your child.
Hannah Reedy hopes the next government will take notice of the 30,000 people who signed the petition and make sure those with suicidal thoughts get the care they need, rather than become another sombre statistic. For Checkpoint, Charlie Drever.